and welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host Shivangi Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. Workshop for encouraging theatre organised in Srinagar. Pakistan People's Party criticizes authorities in Gilgit-Baltistan for corruption. And Elephant Parade Festival in southern India draws to an end. Let's begin the show. The Islamic State, also known as Daesh, with its roots in Iraq and Syria, was founded by Abu Musab al-Zawahiri in 1999. The terrorist Islamist group, which follows the Salafi jihadist branch of Sunni Islam, gained global prominence in 2014 and rapidly spreads its footprint in South Asia, the region with a large Muslim population. A recent leaked document has revealed Islamic State using Afghanistan as its safe haven to operate and target important installations in Europe, Asia and United States. A report.
Recent deadly attacks by the Islamic State in South Asia, including Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India, indicate the growing presence of ISIS in the region. According to leaked Pentagon memos, ISIS is re-emerging in Afghanistan and plotting attacks across Europe, Asia, and aspirational plots against the United States. The leaked memos indicated that specific targets included churches, embassies, and business centers. According to the Washington Post, which was the first outlet to report the news, ISIS has coordinated 15 specific plots from Afghanistan since the U.S. withdrawal in 2021. The deadly suicide bomb at Kabul International Airport in August of 2021, for example, which killed 13 U.S. service members, was set off by an ISIS member.
We may talk about ISIS targeting targets in Afghanistan, but when it comes to state stability, especially the stability of Taliban government, the Taliban government believes that these attacks do not disturb it at all. Yes, when they do attempt to attack Taliban or the state of Afghanistan, then the Taliban does take action and it takes severe action. So far what we have seen is a jugalbandi of sorts, where the ISIS keeps on targeting Shias largely and the Taliban is more or less comfortable with it.
The Newslines Institute, a U.S.-based think tank, says that ISIS in South Asia is concerned with recruiting for the Khorasan branch, and thus seeks to leverage online networks and local politics to form cells and conduct sporadic attacks. The group poses the greatest threat in Afghanistan and Pakistan, countries reeling from decades of war, insurgency, weak governance, and political instability, further complicated by difficult topography.
All power vacuums will always lead to this kind of a terrorist organization coming up, irrespective of where it is. Now, the question, of course, is could America went in to block that power vacuum. After 20 years, losing the war, what were they realistically meant to do? It was, they just can't keep throwing troops and money into a war which isn't going anywhere. So they had to kind of move out. I don't think the power vacuum this time is as big as it was the last time. The last time the Taliban literally allowed things to happen, and that is why they lost their state.
The Islamic State has a massive presence in Pakistan's Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa provinces, which share borders with Afghanistan. These provinces have witnessed frequent terror attacks by ISIS, as the outfit wants to establish its prominence in the region. In March, a suicide bombing by the Islamic State in the Sibi area, Balochistan, killed 9 policemen. The outfit has also been involved in carrying out terror attacks in India's Jammu and Kashmir, especially targeting the security forces in that region. The existence of the Islamic State in the region is a wake-up call, as the outfit has already announced the Islamic State of Hind province in May of 2019. The Islamic State's growth in these regions indicates that the Islamist group may aim to launch a violent campaign when conditions are suitable. Countries in the South Asian region, and world over, as well as international organizations and groups, must remain watchful of ISIS operations and make attempts to curb their growth by drawing attention to their tactics, leaders, and methods of financing. The threat of terror is a real one in South Asia, and concerted and coordinated efforts are required to curb terrorism and violence.
Next, we move on to India's Jammu and Kashmir, where theatrical activities have once again started picking up pace. Even after undergoing a series of ups and downs in keeping up with the social and technological developments of the territory, especially during the COVID-19 lockdown, theatre has finally managed to stand on its feet in the valley with the constant help of authorities and sincere efforts of artists. Recently, a workshop was organized in Srinagar to encourage theatre practices, especially among the younger generation. Have a look.
Art is a medium of communication, and it has been so since the dawn of human civilization. People, since time immemorial, have used art to contribute to the evolution of human thought and society. Such evolved human thought and creativity are intrinsic to the ancient culture of Kashmir, which boasts of a rich theatrical history and finds mention in a number of ancient literary texts like Kalhana's Ras Tarangini. Artists and authorities in Jammu and Kashmir are committed to the cultural continuity of theatre. Recently, a workshop was organized by Actors Creative Theatre, an organization that encourages arts among the younger generation. During the workshop, participants interacted with the famed actor Mir Sarwar and other theatre experts who gave insights into performing theatre arts, including script writing, dialogue delivery, set designing, and costumes, among other many things.
अक्सर ये बात मैं हर बार रिपीट करता हूँ. आई ऑलवेज मेंशन इट कि थिएटर हर इंसान के लिए, हर बच्चे के लिए, हर स्कूल में कंपलसरी करना चाहिए, सो दैट कि इसके कई सारे फ़वाइद हैं. मैं खुद एक शाय बॉय रहा हूँ. मैं अपने स्कूल में हार्डली किसी से बात करता था. अगर बाई चांस टीचर ने कहा कि खड़े होकर कुछ बोलना है तो आई यूज्ड टू शिवर. अचानक कुछ थर से गसान. सो आई डिड लैक दैट कॉन्फिडेंस. और थिएटर एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है, एक ऐसा मीडियम है जिससे उस पर काम किया जा सकता है. ये आपकी ज़बान पे, आपकी कॉन्फिडेंस पे, आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज पे, आपकी कंप्लीट पर्सनालिटी डेवलप करती है. इससे हमें बहुत बेनिफिट मिलता है कि ऐसे वर्कशॉप्स होते हैं. आई रिमेंबर कि 2003 में मैंने नेशनल स्कूल ऑफ ड्रामा का वर्कशॉप किया था. रैना साहब, एम के रैना सर हमारे डायरेक्टर थे उसमें. और उससे पहले सिर्फ मैंने एक प्ले किया था दिल्ली में, जूलियस सीजर के आखिरी 7 दिन मिस्टर बापी दा के साथ. और आई वुड से कि लाइक दैट वाज अ टर्निंग पॉइंट ऑफ माय लाइफ.
The theatre workshop got a huge response from the artists and youngsters in Kashmir who enthusiastically participated in the workshop activities in order to hone their theatre skills to perfection. Undoubtedly, theatre is an inherent part of human nature that cannot be separated from the spirit of knowing and expressing emotions. It goes a long way in the personality development of individuals as well.
अगर आप अपनी पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट करना चाहते हैं वो थिएटर से हो सकता है. थिएटर्स में आपको बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखने को मिलती है. आपको कैसे इंसान से आगे जाके कैसे बात करनी है, बड़े से कैसे बात करनी है, वो चीज़ आपको सीखने को मिलती है. बुनियाद थिएटर है सबकी. फॉर एग्जांपल हमें इमोशंस यहाँ पे सीखे आए गए 9 इमोशंस, जिसमें हमने लव सीखा, हमने बहुत सारे एक्सप्रेशंस है, हैप्पीनेस वगैरह, बहुत सारे एक्सप्रेशंस सीखे. तो इंसान कहीं ना कहीं इस चीज़ से बहुत रिलेट करता है. जैसे कि समाज में जो चीज़ें हो रही होती है, थिएटर आपको दिखाता है कि आप उस चीज़ को पूरा परखे, आप उस चीज़ को पूरा उससे सीखे. तो थिएटर आपको वो चीज़ सिखाता है.
Apart from being a medium to enrich values and personality, theatre plays an active role in conveying messages of social concerns to the masses. Therefore, it is important that the audience as well as artists understand social responsibility and the influence that theatre can make among the masses.
ज़रूरी है इससे
जो हम एक्ट करते हैं इससे मैसेज पहुंचती है लोगों की तरफ और उनका मतलब साइकोलॉजिकली इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है उन पे। और ये बहुत ही हम मतलब इजी नहीं है ये चीज़ें करना, हमें भी बहुत सारी मेहनत करनी पड़ती है इसके लिए। काफ़ी सवेरे आना पड़ता है, काफ़ी लेट जाना पड़ता है। ये थिएटर जो है ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट रोल अदा करता है और मैं चाहूँगा जो आने वाले फ्यूचर में या स्कूल्स हैं वहाँ पे इनकी क्लासेस वगैरह होनी चाहिए, ताकि इससे ये कई सारे फील्ड्स में हमें हेल्प करता है। मिसाल बिजनेस हो, वहाँ पे एक इम्प्रेशन देता है हमें, मतलब एक कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल बढ़ाता है ये।
Through activities like these, authorities in Jammu and Kashmir are able to not only recognize but also provide a platform to young talent that sets them off in a direction of their dreams.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
Arabic calligraphy courses teaching the art and helping to improve handwriting in the digital age attracted both the amateurs and students in Iraq's southern city of Basra. For more than a year now, Azavi has been offering free classes to those who either wish to learn different calligraphic scripts or improve their handwriting in the digital age. One of the course participants, Oda Nahi, said he started his practice with Ruka's calligraphic script, which he described to be suited for beginners. In 2021, UNESCO added Arabic calligraphy, a key tradition in Arab and Islamic worlds, to its intangible cultural heritage list. Arabic calligraphy is the artistic practice of handwriting Arabic script in a fluid manner to convey harmony, grace, and beauty. The fluidity of Arabic script offers infinite possibilities, even within a single word, as letters can be stretched and transformed in numerous ways to create different motifs. Hungarian police fired tear gas at teenagers and detained 5 people at a rally outside Prime Minister Viktor Orban's offices after a protest against a new law that would eliminate teachers' public servant status. The police action follows a 1,000-strong rally in central Budapest earlier on Wednesday against legislation that would significantly increase teachers' workload. The protest was the latest in a series of demonstrations over the past year for better working conditions for the teachers. Police said the decision to fire tear gas at protesters was triggered by a breakaway group of participants of the afternoon rally marching at Orban's offices, breaking up barricades around a nearby construction site and pelting policemen with debris. In power since 2010, nationalist Orban has clashed bitterly with European Union over democratic norms as the Hungarian leader tightened restrictions on NGOs, media, academics and judges and cracked down on the rights of migrants and gays. Almost 5,000 teachers have already said they will leave their profession if a so-called status law comes into force. But Orban's government is going ahead with the reforms that would strip teachers of some of their job security. Over the past year, teachers have demonstrated and gone on strikes for higher wages as Hungary's inflation running above 25%. Erodes salaries that are already below the national average and second to last among OECD countries according to 2021 data. Many critics refer to the proposed law as the revenge law, perceived as punishment for teachers' year-long resistance. Hungary is facing a growing shortage of teachers mainly due to low wages and the unpredictability in the regulatory environment. Thousands of South Korean workers occupied a boulevard in downtown Seoul, staging a large-scale May Day rally to demand improved labor's rights and better working conditions. At the rally, the group also declared its plan to hold a general strike in July to denounce the labor policies of South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol's administration. The conservative Yoon, who took office in 2022, has repeatedly said his government would strictly apply the law to labor relations in a country with a long record of fractious industrial relations. authorities were working to douse a massive fire that raged through a shopping complex with 3,000 shops in Bangladesh's capital of Dhaka. There were no casualties reported so far in the fire, which began in the early hours of Tuesday morning, but army personnel had been called in to help after flames spread rapidly in the cramped, crowded area of Banga Bazaar, home to the country's famed cloth markets. According to the fire service official Rashid bin Khalid, 50 fire units were working to douse the fire, the cause of which was not known immediately.
For years, Pakistan has been exploiting the people of illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan. Be it their resources, livelihoods, or human rights, Pakistan never fails to ensure that the people of Gilgit-Baltistan do not receive any socio-economic upliftment and that their future remains in utter darkness. Despite making promises that make big headlines, the political leaders of Pakistan do not intend to provide any relief to the people. The state of Pakistan was recently criticized by a popular leader of the Pakistan People's Party. Take a look.
The Islamic State of Pakistan has left the people of Gilgit-Baltistan in shambles. The people of Gilgit-Baltistan are considered second-class citizens in their own land, as they are stripped of their basic dignity humans deserve. Amid struggling and black marketing of food items by corrupt officials, the people of illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan are struggling with an acute wheat shortage, and the little that is available is being sold at high prices, making it almost impossible for poor people to buy. Recently, Bashir Ahmad Khan, the leader of the Pakistan People's Party, attended a conference where he blamed Pakistan's government for deliberately making their lives a living hell.
इस वक्त सबसे बड़ा मसला पैदा हुआ है वीट का। गंदम को माजी की तरह दियावर की आबादी के हिसाब से तकसीम किया जाए, कोई और ज्यादा मुतालबा हम नहीं कर रहे हैं। देखो पॉपुलेशन है, 10 अजला हैं, 10 अजला में से 10 जिलों सबको मिलना चाहिए, पॉपुलेशन बेस्ड होनी चाहिए, पॉपुलेशन के हिसाब से उन लोगों को तकसीम होना चाहिए, चाहे वो गजर हैं, बल्तिस्तान के किसी भी ज़िले में है, गिलगित में है, दियामर में भी है, और दियामर में इस वक्त सबसे क्राइसिस है बहुत ज़्यादा। दिन को मुझे यकीन आप अल्लाह पे करें, हालांकि दियामर में अल्लाह ताला ने हमारे लोगों को ज़मीनों से भी नवाजा है, सब कुछ है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी डेली 15 फ़ोन मुझे मेरे हल्के के लोगों का जो है ना गंदम और आटे के लिए टेलीफोन आते हैं। ये कभी हमने नहीं सोचा था। तो क्यों सूबाई गवर्नमेंट इसमें क्राइसिस पैदा कर रही है?
The people of illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan see no hope, as corruption is widespread in the region, and only the people with political connections get all favors. Even if there is a little budget for development, its management is deliberately done in a way that it never reaches the grassroots levels. The corrupt leaders siphon off all the funds, and authorities do not bat an eye.
रियासत का पैसा है, रियासत का पैसा किसी को भी हम इस तरह जो है ना गलत तरीके से, बगैर प्रोसेस के, बगैर कानून कायदे के हम बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकते। हम एहतजाज करेंगे। बेशक हुकूमत इनकी है, और जो बेड गवर्नेंस इस वक्त आप देख रहे हैं जीबी के अंदर, हमारा चीफ मिनिस्टर इस वक्त जमान पार्क की चौकीदारी कर रहा है, हमारा वजीर दाखिला खुद साख्ता बना हुआ है, जमान पार्क की चौकीदारी के लिए बनाया गया है। लेकिन ऐसा भी तो नहीं है, इतना बड़ा गदर नहीं होना चाहिए। वो 11 करोड़ रुपए किस पर्पज के लिए खर्च किया है? जमान पार्क के लिए, रैली के लिए, इनके वर्करों को बांटने के लिए, और फाइनेंस सेक्रेटरी को वो रातों रात अपना सीएम साहब ओएसडी बना देता है, जो कि आपके रूल ऑफ बिजनेस इजाजत ही नहीं दे रहा है।
Islamabad's fake expression of solidarity never resonated with the people of illegally occupied Gilgit-Baltistan. Be it exploiting their resources or keeping them bereft of their rights, Pakistan has left no stone unturned in pushing their lives towards complete darkness.
Moving on to our cultural section of the show, we take you to India's Kerala state, where vibrant festivity of Thrissur Puram was recently celebrated with huge fanfare across the state. Regarded as the mother of all the Purams, the festival was the brainchild of Saktan Thampuran, the Maharaja of Cochin from 1790 to 1805. Have a look. Thrissur city of Kerala came alive with colourful festivities. As one of the biggest annual carnivals of the state, Thrissur Puram was celebrated with huge fanfare. Held at Vadakkumnatham temple situated in Thikkinkadu Medan of the city, the festival is observed in the Malayalam month of Medam on Puram day when the moon rises with the Puram star. Considered as the cultural highlight that towers all other festivals in Kerala, various temples participate in the event to showcase the state's magnificent spiritual and cultural heritage.
Two major and 8 minor. The two major are Paramekau and Tiruvambadi. This festival has been described as one of the most spectacular sights by several agencies including the UNESCO. The two major participants line up their procession with 15 decorated elephants and converge at the Sri Vadakunathan temple. One of the most spectacular sights is what is called as the Divine Darbar, is the Pudamacham that is held at around 6 p.m. on the southern side of Sri Vadakunathan temple.
The Thrissur Puram is a grand assembly of gods and goddesses in and around Thrissur who are believed to make their visit to the Vadakkumnathan temple premises on caparisoned elephants accompanied by grand ensembles of Chenda Melam and Panchvadyam. After this takes place the main attraction of the festival, the grand display of caparisoned elephants with ornamental fans and dazzling parasols in a wonderful ceremony called Kudumattam. It is the most colourful event of the Puram, and this year the administration made sure that all arrangements were done properly for the security of the devotees who took part in the event in large numbers.
It's one of the best festivals in the world where you can see everything, like you have the best fireworks, the group of elephants coming, the best chanda, best music and best crowd, best people, everything comes together from Thrissur Puram.
The major highlight of the festival is Ilanji Thar Melam, considered as the world's largest live orchestra of percussionists that is known for its technical brilliance. The orchestra enthralls thousands of devotees with their bewitching performance of traditional instruments. As fireworks known as Vedikettu in Malayalam forms an important part of Kerala's temple festivals. In this festival too, temple grounds allot a specific area to burst the crackers and a makeshift shed is built to store them temporarily for a day or two.
Which is basically a competition kind of festival between two temples, Tiruvambadi and Paramekau. So it's a great festival and has been there for years, and due to Corona and COVID, I guess this was slightly delayed in the year of 2020-2021. But after that, this has really flourished up, and this time it should be we are expecting it as a mega event. Because of holidays and people coming around, so wish everyone the best to enjoy this Puram. Happy Thrissur Puram 2023.
Believed to have been started by King Saktan Thampuran of the 18th century Kochi kingdom, Thrissur Puram is a perfect mix of culture and spirituality. Today, with its popularity reaching a new high, it has been successfully in carving its own niche in the country's annual carnival calendar.
ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ് പൂരം കാണാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഇവിടെ എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. അത് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ ആഘോഷ തിമിർത്തിട്ട് തന്നെയാണ് നമ്മൾ പോകാൻ വേണ്ടി തീരുമാനിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. വെടിക്കെട്ടെല്ലാം കഴിഞ്ഞ് വെളുപ്പാങ്കാലത്തെ വെടിക്കെട്ടും പകലുള്ള വെടിക്കെട്ടും നാളത്തെ എല്ലാ പരിപാടിയും കഴിഞ്ഞ ശേഷം മാത്രമേ ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് തിരിച്ചു മടങ്ങുള്ളൂ.
Thousands of devotees braving the heat and humid weather thronged the temple just to witness the ceremonies and rituals performed during the magnificent festival. It's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We'll be back next week at the same time. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on the behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.